conduct.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay calm.
everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
Wait.
Everybody calm down.
So here we are. Here is the big day we've been finally waiting for. 1440p is finally something that's actually going to happen with the PlayStation 5. Before we dive into all of that, first, let me know if you've been invited to the PlayStation 5 beta or not. That's the new beta that we're going to talk about right now. So let me know down in the comments below, and maybe you can shoot me a code. But regardless, let me know if you've been invited or not. I want to see how many people Sony's put into this thing, especially from our community here. But we're going to dive into this together. This is me reading the article, another unscripted video. This is the second one of the week because PSVR 2 information came out on Tuesday. So let's dive into this together. Since PlayStation 5 launch, we've been listening to your feedback and working very hard to bring you more community requested features. Today, we are rolling out a new PlayStation 5 system software update that includes 1440p support, game list, and additional updates to enhance your gaming experiences and make connecting with your friends easier on PlayStation 5. While beta access is limited to invited participants in select countries, our goal is to bring these updates to our global community later this year. If you're selected to participate in the beta, you'll receive an email invitation when it's available to download today. As always, some features available during the beta phase may not make it into the final version or may see significant changes. So sometime today, if you've been invited to the beta, you should be getting an email. And if you did get an email, of course, check me out on Twitter and send me a spare code if you have one. I'd love you for it. But to continue, here's a look at some of the new features. New gameplay and personalization options. 1440p, the big one, HDMI video output. The PS5 beta introduces support for 1440p HDMI output, enabling players to choose an additional visual setting on compatible PC monitors and TVs. If the game you're playing supports 1440p rendering, you can experience native 1440p output on your display. Or if you're playing a game with higher native resolution like 4K, then you may benefit from improved anti-aliasing through super sampling down to 1440p output. So this is similar to if you're going from 4K down to 1080p on a 1080p native TV, something like that. So this is what they're saying for a 1440p. You'll notice improved anti-aliasing, downsampling or super sampling down from 4K to 1440p. You can check if your HDMI device is compatible by selecting Test 1440p output and under screen and video options within system settings. So there you go. Now we can finally see 1440p listed there among all the other normal resolutions. To continue, 1440p is the big one. It's finally there, but we have to talk about that later on in the video as well. As some people have pointed out to me on Twitter. You guys blasted me on Twitter. I love that. I woke up feeling like a superstar because I was tagged a bazillion time on Nabilian's post, on PlayStation's post, for people telling me that, hey, 1440p is a thing. But here we are, folks. I can finally remove it from my Twitter post. I don't have to tag 1440p anymore. But to continue, besides PS5 1440p, which we'll get into in a sec, again, there's a bit additional information there. They have game lists. In your game library, you can now create game lists, which make organizing your games easier. To start, you go to your collection tab and select create game list, choose your games to add to your game list, then decide what to name it. You can have up to 15 game lists and 100 games per game list. All games under your collection tab of your game library can be added to game lists, including disc, digital, and streaming titles. You can also add the same game to multiple game lists. So this is folders. This is what this is. This is folders. You can now finally organize your games. I've been waiting for this. I just wish it was on the home screen. You know, why can't I have this on my home screen? I don't know if it's just on your collection tab. When people get into the beta, do you see these on your home screen? Because it's always nice to go onto your home screen and then have just your collection there, your folders, dip into them on the PlayStation 4 and get to the game that you want to get to. But we'll see how this one works. But this is essentially folders in the Your Collection section menu of the PlayStation 5, which is a feature that people have been requesting. The next biggest one is themes, but that's not in this one. I'm just saying that that's a feature that people really want. To continue, compare 3D audio and stereo audio. You can now listen to and compare the difference between 3D audio and stereo audio on the same screen, and then choose your preferred setting. So just giving you a comparison between the two, because we have now 3D audio on PlayStation 5, and you can see which one's the best fit for you. I'm wondering if people will notice that big of a difference. I assume so, because 3D audio is supposed to be that next leap. To continue, easier access to in-progress activity. This one should have been there since day one. You had to go into your cards to access the resume activity feature, but now they're putting it directly in the main area. When you see the game where it says play game, usually now next to it you're seeing resume activity. The last activity you're doing, resume it right away. I love this. This should have been there since day one, besides just the card feature. So I'm excited. Resume activity, I love it. Hopefully they can take it one step further and make it so that when you're in the switcher, you can just click the game and it'll resume the last activity you were doing. You don't have to go to Game Hub and select it like that. That's the next step, Sony. If anybody at Sony is watching this, just put this feature directly into the switcher. When you select a game in the switcher, it'll resume the last activity you're doing automatically, instead of just taking you to the game, the regular startup for the game. Next up, new social features. Request share screen. So this is basically, instead of somebody just sharing their screen in a party, you can request somebody to share a screen. I don't know what the benefit is. It's like you're in a party together, somebody can just be like, hey man, can you share your screen? Sure. But this one's like, you're going to send a request to somebody to share their screen. I'm not sure what the benefit of, but at least we have that feature. Joinable game notification. This one's going to be useful. When you join a party and a party member is playing a game you can join, you'll receive a notification. You can join the game directly from the notification. So usually with parties like this, you would go to the game and they would have like a little area where you can just select join group. And now it's directly a notification that just allows you to join group when you're in a group, like a party, and you guys are all playing the same game, or some of you are playing the same game. You can just join that group directly. So that's nice. Moving on beyond that, view new friends' profiles. When you accept a friend request in received list, you can now view your friend's profile in accepted request. So there you go. Send stickers and voice messages in Game Base. In Game Base card, you can now send stickers and voice messages to your groups. That's nice as well. We're always grateful to our beta community for helping us take new console features for a spin. Thanks to all our players for your support and feedback. So that's the end of all of that, but we're going to go down to the bottom of this screen here, and you'll see that 1440p compatible TV or PC monitor required. Results may vary depending on the game being played. Please note VRR on PS5 supports 1080p and 4K video output, but not 1440p. So that's a bummer for 1440p users. Am I gonna put a 1440p VR tag? I don't think so. I don't know if I can go through all the debates again. But 1440p is not supported with VRR. Hopefully Sony updates that in the future. I don't know how common that is in the PC space to have a 1440p TV that supports, or monitor that supports VRR. If you know that, please, of course, let me know in the comments. But that's the beta. That's the beta right now. In terms of when it'll release, I might talk about that on Friday for the public release of this beta. But yeah, that's it. You guys let me know how you feel about this beta. Do you like what's been included now that we have folders, 1440p? Do you like all the stuff that's been included or not? Or is there something missing? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now, I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is the body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with "They finally did it." Obviously, this is in reference to 1440p. Even though VRR isn't supported, they still added 1440p. They're probably going to add that VRR support down the line. So it's still exciting stuff. If you're excited for the beta and the final release, destroy the comment section with "They finally did it." And I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now, I'll check you guys out on the next one.